Well, hello there, people. I say people, I've got Scottish Rod in the house. Now, Scottish Rod done a video on the PlayStation VR2 and what that might mean for No Man's Sky players. So, yeah, if you haven't checked out Scottish Rod's video on PlayStation VR2, strongly suggest you do because it's freaking awesome. Now, I'm going to be covering off the PlayStation VR2 specs, some of the games that I'm interested in, and there's one title that I'm not seeing many people cover off. And it's a very cool looking title, which you've probably guessed by reading the title of this video, that it's a game called Lo-Fi. But what the fudge is it? Well, we're going to be getting into that in a moment. Let's jump on in and take a quick look-see of what we've got coming up. So let's hit up podcast, jumping over to this screen, PlayStation VR2. Now, hopefully a lot of you have already dived into this page and seen all the tech spec. There's quite a lot of things that I quite like about the PlayStation VR2 and things that I've spotted on some of these illustrations that I just want to point out to you guys. I mean, firstly, we've got these, which there's 4 cameras placed into here. So hopefully we might be able to do augmented reality with inside of the universe, like inside of your room or whatever. You know, so maybe that might be on the cards, but it might mean that we won't have a forward-facing camera that does the tracking. Maybe these cameras inside the headset do the tracking rather than the HD camera on top of screens and things. And the controllers themselves, a massive step forwards from the old VR controllers that we had from previous gen. It does look quite nice. Right now it looks like it's available in 2 colours, white and black or just black. I'll probably be going for the white and black since I've got the new white and black PlayStation 5. But yeah, pretty nice. Something to note is a giant freaking cable hanging off the side of it, which will get in the way on some games like Beat Saber and stuff. But hopefully, you know, it's at an angle where you can probably put it behind your shoulder or something, or keep it out of the way somehow. So hopefully it's not going to be too intrusive. But it does look freaking awesome. It really does. They do mention about haptic feedback on the actual controllers, on the sense controllers as they're called, and they're supposed to do finger tracking. So whether they're actually going to give vibrations on finger movement has yet to be seen, but I'm hoping it does. Now, the fact that it's got 2 OLEDs at 20,000 by 20,040 is freaking mental, and up to 120 frames per second. This is going to be very, very immersive. This is a massive step up from previous gen. It really is. Anyhow, let's scroll down a little bit further. Excuse me, people. Now, it's also going to have vibrations in the headset. I don't know what that actually will be like. But yeah, hopefully it's going to be fairly gentle. It'll be like being freaking electrocuted. But yeah, who knows? It does sound freaking awesome, doesn't it? Now, when you get towards the bottom of here, there is a Horizon trailer. Now, I can't work out from the trailer whether you're actually playing as Aloy or whether you're playing as another character. It does look quite nice. Let's just hit play on this and let's see if we can turn down the volume on it. Yeah, I've already muted the volume. I don't want to get a strike or anything. But just to give you a sense of how high definition this is and how sharp this is. I mean, this is supposedly captured. Yeah, we don't need to see your beard in high definition, my friend. But yeah, let's just spin it on. What? Look at the progress bar. We had that guy with a beard before we get to the game, but here we go. Another guy with a beard. Beards are in. Okay, so we've got this giant mushroom-headed Diplo, which looks freaking ace. But yeah, look at the leaves and the definition on this. The closest game I played to this on previous PlayStation was Robinson the Journey, and it was pretty phenomenal. But this looks another level. So I'm very, very excited. But you know, inside of games, I like to play as Captain Steve, and I can't really sit in the body space of Aloy and project Captain Steve, can I? This voice just doesn't go well with such a beautiful lady. So yeah, I'm kind of not going to opt into Horizon Zero Dawn. Okay, right. So some of the stuff that I've noticed on this PlayStation VR helmet that differs somewhat is this back area. It's a lot bulkier than the old one, but that could be a good thing because on the old one it acted like a counterweight. So the neck muscles, your neck muscles are pretty darn strong, so you hardly notice the bulky bit at the back, whereas you would notice something bulky on the front pulling you down. But with that sort of counterweight in the front, it's going to make it feel almost lightweight, like it's not there. Now, inside of this rubber, we've got all these finials, if you want to call them that, or whatever, flanges. But there's also what looks like air intakes just above the visor up here. and what looks like maybe air vents towards the bottom. So perhaps, I don't know, but maybe it actually draws in air and pushes it around to stop the actual mist from fogging up the lenses, because that was one of my biggest complaints on the previous one. I was forever sticking my finger up there and trying to rub doing little mini window wipers on the frickin' lenses. So yeah, I'm hoping they don't fog up as much as the old ones. The sense controllers look great. I love the split of the circle and X, and you've got triangle and square over at the other side, which is pretty darn freaking nice. The hat stands are there and everything that you need. It looks great. This looks really cool, and I'm loving the rings. Yeah, so hopefully that's going to do a lot more tracking. It looks like you can adjust the back as well to sort of make it slightly tighter for you or whatever. There's also a dial on the headset, so the actual eye lenses move, so you can track them to your eye positions better, which I don't believe the old PlayStation 1 had that as well. So yeah, pretty darn freaking nice stuff. Lots of stuff. Adjustable separation, that's what I meant. And it's also got 110 degrees approx. Okay, well the old one I think was about 100 degrees. 110 degrees gives you a bit of peripheral. And the interesting thing about peripheral on here, the software peripheral, is it renders what's in your eye space, what's in your line of sight. So what's in your peripheral over here is slightly sort of blurred, just like it is in real life. So, but it's also going to save on rendering space. It should be pretty darn freaking gnarly. And it's also got eye tracking. So even if you just move your eyes like that, it's going to start rendering over there. And then you move them back there, it's going to render in the center. So the level of detail draw and render draw distance is based on your eye position. Really like that idea. So hopefully it's going to be smooth in transition of rendering, just like it is in life, you know. But oh, I can't wait to get into this. It's going to be so immersive, especially with the feedback and also the vibrations with inside of the headset. Vibrations on headset, it's right there. So yeah, and it's got a built-in microphone and things like that. So it could be another level for VR. It really could. So this is all great stuff. You can hit the sign up button, but you have to be signed into the website using your PlayStation account. You can hit sign up. It should send you newsletters. When I hit sign up earlier, it also said, do you want to put yourself forwards for more news on when this becomes available? And yeah, hit up all of that sort of shenanigans. So nice. Hopefully I will get to know when there's one released and how much it's going to be. At the moment, there's a lot of speculation out there that it's going to be latter part of this year that it drops, maybe for the holiday period, around the festive period, around Christmas. Maybe they might do a PlayStation 5 and VR bundle. There's lots of speculation around price. And the price point, people are saying if it's anything like PlayStation 1, it could be close to the same price again for the PlayStation 5 in outlay. So around 400 to 500 quid. So we'll have to wait and see. I'm hoping that if they do a bundle, it's going to come in a bit cheaper if you buy the full bundle, but time will tell. Anyhow, so over the other day, I can't remember what the actual name of the program was called, but they'd done a release. It was the PlayStation 1, basically. But here, you know I play a lot of No Man's Sky. Well, No Man's Sky is one of the launch titles for PlayStation VR. So here we go. Now, this looks freaking immense. I mean, look how sharp this looks. Now, PlayStation 1 version of No Man's Sky was so immersive, where you actually have to use your hands to move the controls and stuff and take flight in your ship. With all this haptic control feedback and also the vibrations in helmet, and the amount of work that Hello Games actually put into, the actual feedback inside of the PlayStation controller, I can't wait to see what Hello Games have done when it comes to immersion, when it comes to haptic feedback inside of the PlayStation 2 technologies. And now all this sort of stuff that Hello Games have been adding in, all these visual sort of cues and effects and bubbles and warps, make a lot more sense when you see that trailer. Because they must have been working on this for some time in the quiet. Oh, hello there, Hemilium and Silver Scorpio. Hello there, people. Welcome. Anyway, let's get rid of that because it's now gone into advert land. Yeah, goodbye, you. Right, so on to the game that I'm on about called Lo-Fi. Now, this has been out for a little while in beta over on PC, and it's sort of one of these cloud-funded sort of games, if you like, and it looks pretty darn freaking excellent. But look at that. PlayStation 5. There's been a couple of news magazines that picked up on this and said, accidentally launched the enhanced PSVR version and stuff. So, and that was by IGN. So basically, this lo-fi game, Iris VR, they came forward and said, yes, this is coming out on PlayStation VR2, before we knew what PlayStation VR2 was. So they kind of leaked the fact that, yeah, PlayStation 5 was getting its own VR hardware at some point. So there's a whole thing about, you know, and Push Square covered it off as well. But this is just like Cyberpunk in VR. It's freaking mental. You can already get early access on PC. And there's loads of beta footage over on YouTube if you want to watch more of this. I mean, when you start off, basically you're a police officer, but you can give into corruption if you want to and become almost criminal, like a bit of a dodgy cop. But it looks freaking amazing. And so there's loads of artwork on here and pictures and things. But there's also a trailer, which I'll hit up the trailer because, you know, video says a lot more than freaking me speaking, doesn't it? But to be honest, I don't know whether it's copyrighted, so I am going to talk over the top of it anyway. But it's only 1 minute and 46 seconds. And here we go. But the footage online, the beta footage, a lot longer. So the beta footage actually shows you going in, sitting down and doing a psych evaluation in front of this robot. And he's asking some really intuitive questions. You know, what would you do if your best mate was about to get married to somebody that you think has been cheating on him? Would you tell him or would you not? Stuff like this. It's like, what the fudge? Really? Have I got to answer these questions? And it's all part of building your character and building your sort of immersion into this game. And oh my days, does it look good. I mean, look at this. Look at the visuals on screen right now. It's freaking insane. And this is just partial parts of what's in here. It does look like Cyberpunk. And look at the immersion. So hopefully that finger tracking, all those sort of, you know, individual digits, hopefully we might be able to pull that off on the PlayStation 5 VR controllers. But yeah, look at this, dancing girls and all sorts of stuff. This is what Cyberpunk should have been like. In fact, imagine Cyberpunk in VR. That'd be quite cool too. But this is it. This is kind of it. And what I like is you can get inside of your space sort of car thing, this thing, and just fly around the city like RoboCop. It's freaking mentals. In fact, talking of RoboCop, there's one bit at the start where you're building your character. You go into the shooting range and there's a robot next to you and he's got RoboCop's gun. It's got... You know, just like RoboCop's gun. It's freaking mental. And I think the robot's actually called Murphy, which is another nod to RoboCop. And there's cars that fly in that look just like the DeLorean. I am so excited for this game. And I'm not seeing much talk of this game inside of the PlayStation community. I mean, yeah, there was a DeLorean-looking car there. Did you see it? Freaking mentals. So yeah, hit this game up, take a look at it, and see if you're as excited as I am. Look, the Atari logo. It's little things like that that get me excited. When developers do nods to my freaking childhood and my past, it hits a nostalgia chord like you wouldn't believe. It really freaking does. Oh yeah, it's your mama's in the house. Hello there, it's your mama. Morning all. Morning there, it's your mama. Talking of my mama, I'm going to be going to the Jubilee today with my mama. Hence why I'm up early to do this sort of video. So I can put it out there and then I can just get on with my day. Which would be nice. Okay, yeah, Blade Runner. It does look like Blade Runner, doesn't it, Rod? It really freaking does. So yeah, I'm really excited for No Man's Sky VR2. Obviously, because it's one of my best games ever. But I'm also interested in that lo-fi. And if I put in lo-fi, let me see if I can find some of the gameplay trailer, because it's freaking mentals. Lo-fi, let's put VR on the end then, because there's quite a lot of stuff that comes up with lo-fi. It was good to see my own video popped up there now and again. But here we go, April gameplay. So this is 22 April, so this is not long ago. So let's just hit this up quickly. Again, I'm going to keep it muted for now, but actually, let's hear a little bit of the in-game, because I don't think there's any music on this. I think I should be okay, and I don't think this chap's talking. So here we go. But then you've got new career, load game, continue, that sort of shenanigans, which is pretty darn sweet. You can see up here it's got all the frames per second and all that sort of shenanigans, whether that means anything to any of you guys out there that are more technical than me. Great, rock on, but look at the glass, how it's got all this sort of cracked sort of craculation going on. This is going to be amazing inside of that headset, with that sort of level of detail. I mean, look how sharp this looks. This is from PC VR, obviously. But yeah, I'm hoping it's going to look as good, if on parallel, on PlayStation 5. I want to play this now, which means I'd have to jump into VR on freaking my PC if I did. That's just freaking stunning, isn't it? Look at that! Oh, that's amazing. So anyhow, let's speed this on a bit, because you can just land and get out and walk around. So here you go, here's some walking aroundy type stuff. But the droids sound awesome as well. The voices of the droids are cool. Look at the cars! Look how immersive this looks. And that was a freaking DeLorean. No doubt about it, to the left there. Wow. Look at that. It is. It's a freaking DeLorean. I love the level of grime as well. It just feels right, you know.
Certainly, if you're sure.
What the fudge is he in now? I haven't seen this bit, people. So yeah, I've watched a lot of footage, but I haven't seen him in a ground vehicle like this. Okay, well I've noticed it hasn't got any sort of balance in, so I don't know whether it's a bike. I don't know what he's driving in, but that looks a little bit... There doesn't seem to be any sort of bump or any sort of... No sort of suspension. It looks like it's a bit glidey. This is early beta. Hold on, it's going around the corner. Does it tilt slightly? Very slightly. Be nice to have some sort of rear view, wouldn't it? Especially if you're a copper. You kind of want to know what's around you as well. Don't know about that bit, but yeah, really freaking excited for Lo-Fi. Lo-Fi, if you're as excited as me, hit up some footage because it's only going to make you want it even more. But yeah, pretty damn freaking excellent stuff. There we go, Blade Runner. Oh, nice cap. Went to Trooping the Colours. Was amazing. Oh, nice. It's your mama. Well, Ivy was down there. She's going to have footage on her channel. Her channel is Manila London on YouTube. So, yeah, just Manila London. It's Blade Runner. The music cues are on top of the visual ones. Oh, nice. Nice indeed. Well, I didn't really spot that. I have watched Blade Runner and the new one. The new one was really good. I kind of liked it. It was really cool. Yeah. Anyhow, that's pretty much everything I've got for you when it comes to PlayStation VR2 news. And hopefully you all knew it was coming to, No Man's Sky was coming to VR2. Now, there's a lot of speculation that's going to come out around the holiday period of this year. Now, a lot of those game trailers actually said coming later this year in 2022. If I had to speculate, I would say that it's probably going to drop around Christmas time in a bundle package. And then it's going to be more readily available in the new year. The Scottish Rod made the same sort of speculation inside of his video. It's what I'm reading online as well. That seems to be the main consensus. Everybody seems to be queuing for that. But, you know, who knows? Things have gone out the window slightly with the PlayStation 5 launch, hasn't it? It's still pretty hard to get your hands on a PlayStation 5 unless you go and pay overprice. Even at CEX, a second-hand one's going to cost you more than a freaking new one. So yeah, it's a tricky thing to get hold of. It's like rocking horse, Tad. It really is. But anyway, people in the viewerverse, I hope you have a terrific weekend. What's left of it? Let's make myself a little bit bigger while I'm saying goodbye, shall we? So here we go. Lovely job. So yeah, I hope you have a great weekend, everyone out there inside of Viewer World. And yeah, any comments you've got on PlayStation VR2, or if you feel that there's another title that you feel I should be covering on my channel once I get PlayStation VR2. I mean, I like open worldy type games, sci-fi type games, any games with big freaking monsters in, but primarily it needs to suit Captain Steve, you know, so yeah, it's a little bit of a tricky one, but hopefully you can find a game that fits into that I haven't actually covered off, but this is definitely one, Lo-Fi. I will be covering off Lo-Fi, I will be doing No Man's Sky, as expected, but yeah, I do love No Man's Sky, so it's all cool. So until next time, people, have a very good day out there in the viewerverse. Oh, J-Spot just joined. Hello there, J-Spot. We're just ending off, my friend, but it's good to see you here. Until then, goodbye, people. Bye-bye.